Hello and welcome to Austria. The A1 ring here in Zeltweg is the scene of this year's Austrian Grand Prix. This is a virtually new circuit for the first Grand Prix to be held in Austria. The mountain scenery, though, is absolutely magnificent.
We get the race started and most drivers will be going for a one-stop strategy and expect them to pit around lap 9 to 13. With the soft and medium tyres available, we will start on the medium tyres. With the medium tyre being the only tyre required, we exit turn 1 with the Toyota getting sideways and we slip up the inside. The Italian driver in his Dodge Viper on the soft tyres pulls a brilliant move off, going round the outside of us both. That slots him into 5th position. We sit behind in 6th and the pack behind is full of action all the way down the grid. On to lap 6 and we've tried our best to hold on to the soft tyre runners. We sit in 7th position. Moving forward to the end of lap 11, the group ahead pits and we continue into 2nd position. Coming to the end of lap 13 now and the leader pits. We carry on to take the lead of the race, and with a 5-second lead, the decision at this point was to try and make it to the end of the race without pit stopping. We do have another 10 laps to go though on these well used medium tyres. Moving forward to the end of lap 20 and we let the French driver go in hope we can hold on to his slipstream to claim a 2nd place in this race. The tyres are declining and so are the lap times, so it's in our best interest to hold on the best way we can. And we did hold on. Good points and a good result for the first race of the season.
This is historic Monza, where we're about to see the Italian Grand Prix. The atmosphere here in Italy is electric as the tifosi cheer on their beloved Ferraris to what they hope will be victory. Like many other circuits, it's been broken up by chicanes to reduce speeds and increase safety, meaning that getting the balance between speed and grip right is vital. In 1996, Michael Schumacher gave the crowd exactly what they wanted: a Ferrari win.
A rolling start as always in the Manufacturer series, and we start this race from 2nd position. The top 13 drivers in qualifying were covered by just half a tenth of a second, and as we start the race and go down the long straight here at Monza, we get the move done on the Toyota for the lead. The plan now is to go as fast as I can to get away from the cars behind. Moving on to lap 4, the Toyota manages to stay with me. The Jaguar and another Toyota are close by in 3rd and 4th position though. Moving on to lap 6, I decide to let the Toyota go. This was a mistake, as he was showing good pace behind, but when we get to the chicane, I mess it up, and this allows 3rd and 4th position in our slipstream. Lap 7 and I've lost touch with the leader. We're all out of rhythm and we're being attacked by the Jaguar and Toyota behind. The Portuguese driver in the Jaguar pulls off a classy move and down to 3rd position I go. On to lap 8 now, and we're all working together to catch the leader up. Another mistake going through the chicane bridges the gap even further to the leaders. But the Jaguar picks up a penalty and we slip back into 2nd as he serves it. Trouble is now though, the leader's got a big gap. I pick up a penalty for track limits on the following lap, and that gives me no chance of catching the top 2. We come over the line and take the final spot on the podium. A good result with some good points. We move on to round 3 next, where we take on a new challenge for the first time ever and race at the Big Willow. With half of the races to be counted towards championship positions, at this stage we're currently 80th in the region and 3rd for the McLaren manufacturer. We are in America at the Willow Springs International Raceway, and we're racing on the Big Willow version of the circuit. The track is in California, and as of 1996, Willow Springs was declared a national point of interest. We qualified for the first race in 15th position. The medium and hard tyres are available, but we opt to start on the hard tyre. Finding my feet with a new track, I was weak in certain areas, and my opponents capitalised on this, and I was taught a big lesson. It all comes to a bad end, couple of laps before the end, when we're trying to hold on for a top 10 finish. We end up off and into the desert, and it's a good job it's virtual, because it would have been a nasty accident. But we move on to another attempt, where this time we start the race in 10th position. Starting on the medium tyres, we quickly pass one and catch another hard tyre runner. Nearly losing it, we stay on the track this time, but we are now under pressure from the cars behind. We hold on to 9th position, and the Frenchman trying to come round the outside ends up going off, and when he comes back on, he ends up causing chaos. We tried to make a move round the outside of our fellow countryman on the hard tyre, but it didn't pay off, and he stays ahead for now. Lap 8, struggling with tyres, we come in for a new set. This time we put the hards on. The race went a bit quiet after the pit stop, but we managed to come home in 9th position. Looking at the championship positions, we are currently 56th in the region and 2nd for McLaren. We stay in America for round 4, where we visit the Blue Moon Speedway. This is an oval circuit, so there'll be plenty of overtakes and plenty of slipstream racing going on. Qualifying did not go well, and I found it a real struggle to keep on the pace of some of the quick boys here, but we give it a go anyway. So we start from 14th. The race has been a real struggle so far, and the way I see it, we've got two hopes, Bob Hope and No Hope, and the latter comes into effect when we get a slight tap and a 2-second penalty. We pull into the pits, change our tyres, and we go back out again.
Hello and welcome to the Brazilian Grand Prix here at the Autodrome José Carlos Pache in Interlagos. The track here has a reputation for being fast, bumpy and difficult, although there are good overtaking opportunities with that long back straight. Usually we see some fine weather here, although 1996 was an exception when Damon Hill dominated the race from start to finish despite the rain.
The race is 15 laps long with only the hard tyre available. The problem here is the fuel consumption. The McLaren is so thirsty that the fuel saving is hard work. We do qualify in second position though, and with 5 different manufacturers in the top 5 positions and the top 14 drivers covered by just 0.6 of a second, it shows how close everybody is. Most cars won't be pit stopping, and starting at the front gives me that extra option with various strategies available. Depending on how the race plays out will depend on the strategy we will use. With the Italian driver in the Corvette showing intention he wants to run a really fast race, I'm happy to go with that and we get our foot down. We try to save fuel when we can and we quickly pull away from the eco-friendly bunch behind. Moving on to lap 9, and we've moved right onto the back of the Corvette nicely and everything is all calm. But lap 10 and the Corvette pits to show me his hand. 20% fuel on board, he bangs on some new tyres and let's see where he emerges from the pits. I have around 21% fuel left, so roughly the same. The Italian driver does not come out of the pits in the top 8, so I knew at this point I needed to use my fuel up and stay out as long as I can. Meanwhile, I had an idea to save a few seconds. Only topping up my fuel and leaving the old tyres on saves me around 3 to 5 seconds, but I can go flat out now and we can burn as much fuel for the last 3 laps. With the Italian driver in the top 8 now, it's interesting to see where we're going to come out. We come out of the pits in 3rd position, and as we come down to the left-hander, I have to cover off the Ferrari, otherwise he may have stuck a move on me. With the E-Monaco driver saving fuel, we get the move done quickly on him going into the tight right-hander. Our eyes are now set on the Peugeot ahead, he should be on a fuel saving one too. The only one he shouldn't be fuel saving is the Italian driver in 5th position. We get the move done and pass the Peugeot into the left-hander, and going up the hill we just need to keep our head down for the last lap and a half and hold on. We do hold on, and we pick up our first win of the season and some great points after a decline in America. And things get worse as we miss round 6 and 7 at Dragon Trail and Nürburgring Nordschleife as we go into the final round at the fictional circuit in Italy. We currently lay 63rd in the championship standings, and a decent result here and we may get into the top 50. A very short track, and we have all 3 tyre compounds available with only the hard tyre required. The race is 26 laps long, and we will head into our qualifying session for my fast lap in the McLaren F1 GTR. The lap could have been so much better, but we claimed the pole position from the Audi and the 2 Ferraris by less than 1/10 of a second. We head into the race where we will start on the soft tyres. With not much practice for this event, we struggle with tyre wear and fuel saving. First lap goes smoothly, and from this point I feel like I just need to get my head down and go as fast as I can. We join the battle for second where the Ferrari gets up the inside. The Audi's not having none of it though, and holds on as he comes around the tight hairpin. The Ferrari looks much stronger and is desperate to get past. All this is allowing me to get further away. The Ferrari finally gets his move done round the outside at the start of lap 3 to claim that second position. There is now a massive 10-car battle from second place onwards. The Ferrari breaks free and now sets his sights on catching me in the McLaren. Lap 4, and we're consistently putting in the lap times to maintain our lead out in front, although the Ferrari is slightly pulling us in. The gap at this point is around 4.5 seconds. Coming to the end of lap 8, our tyres are getting well worn and the gap is now down to just under 4 seconds. We fly into the pits to put some new tyres on, and we go for another set of soft tyres. We come out of the pits in second position and slightly behind the British driver in the Ferrari. After just over a lap behind the Ferrari, we make a move into the hairpin to take the lead of the race again. The Ferrari comes in the pits on this lap to get some new tyres on. Moving forward to lap 16 now, and this is the lap where we come in to change our tyres. I'm a bit in two minds what to do, and the confusion shows when we pit and accidentally put some fuel in and then change our mind. We have put the hard tyre on, and as we exit the pits we come out in second position. Not feeling very comfortable on this hard tyre, we come in the pits after just one lap. We banged some soft tyres on and enough fuel to last us till the end of the race. We come out in 7th position, but with most cars ahead still having to pit, it's about getting our head down and putting in some clean lap times. Lap 23, and the Ferrari, who was chasing us down earlier in the race, has come out of the pits a little bit ahead of us. He's a couple of seconds away, but I believe he is on the hard tyre now until the end of the race. Moving on to the end of lap 24, and we want to show the Ferrari ahead we've got dedication on the brakes going into the final hairpin. Sticking to his bumper on exit, we get his slipstream down the main straight, and there's only 2 laps left now. Get the job done and into 2nd position, and as we come over the start and finish straight to start the final lap, the other Ferrari emerges from the pits just a little bit too far ahead of us. We're on old soft tyres, so we've not really got much chance of catching them up on this final lap. Always pushing to the end of the race, I make a mistake, and this cost me 2nd position, but we come home to 3rd and the final spot on the podium in the final race of the season. Very well driven and outdone by the 2 Ferrari drivers, it's a British 1-2-3 on the podium. It's been a good season, I hope you've enjoyed it, and we finalised the season with a 57th in the regional standings and 1st for the McLaren Manufacturer. Join us next time for some more racing on BooBoo-Racing.